Well, hey there. Welcome to the ABCs of Camera Ready Makeup. I am coming to you from my car today because I am en route to support my daughter who is in a state film competition. So proud of her. But I came early so that I could keep our date to talk camera ready makeup. So I'm Selena Beasley. I am a makeup coach. I work with women in online business who are embracing the power of video to grow their brands. I teach them how to do their makeup for the camera. And I always like to start our time with just a quick, camera ready makeup tip. But I thought I'd get a little bit more strategic so that you can perform this little cross check of sorts before ideally you do this before you turn on your camera. But I'm going to do it after to kind of show you the things that you need to be on the lookout for, because the image that, like I did my makeup this morning, just like I do most every day, take a similar approach every day. This is my everyday look, but everyday makeup is not the same as camera makeup. Things that we do that look great in the mirror don't always translate well with the camera. The camera has a mind of its own. Things like lighting and barrel distortion can make our faces look lack the symmetry and balance that we were going for when we put on our makeup in the first place. So I want to boil this down, make it super, super simple. I'm calling it the ABCs to camera ready makeup, and I'm going to show you what I do when I am about to start a meeting, turn on a camera, go live like this. The first thing that I like to check has nothing to do with makeup, actually, the angle of your camera. If you're doing this with your phone, if this is something that you can, control, with whatever filming device you have set up, you almost want to be looking almost as if you're looking up. One, not only is this angle not flattering on, I don't know who this angle would be flattering on. So that's one reason right there to check your angle. Oftentimes I see, if I'm in meetings with people, they kind of like have their phone like down here, they have their camera down here. This is not a good view. I don't know for anybody. Okay, so what you want to do, you want the angle of your camera to be at eye level or above. And again, one, it's just more flattering. It's just a much more flattering angle. But two, I want you to feel like you and I are sitting across from each other at a coffee shop having this conversation. And if I'm looking down at you, besides it's not being flattering, if I'm looking down at you, subconsciously, I'm also sending the message to my viewer that I'm above you, right? And that's not what we want. That is not what we want to create. We're trying to build trust here. Seems like a small thing, but your camera angle, not only is it going to serve to be more flattering for you, you want your viewer to have the impression that you are communicating with them on their level. So the ABCs of your camera ready makeup, your camera angle is the first thing I would check. The second thing that you want to check, the rest is makeup. And this is actually pretty perfect today that I'm on the road, because I just threw my camera ready makeup capsule in my bag because I knew I was going to be doing this today. I have a selection of camera ready colors and tools, things that I know I need to have at my fingertips so that when I'm ready to turn on my camera, I'm ready. It's like, let's go, let's do this. And so I threw that bag in my stuff before I left the house. And then this is actually pretty perfect, because sometimes you just don't have all the time in the world to just be, preparing your on-screen image, and it should not take that long. The second thing you want to check is your blend. So I looked great. I thought I looked pretty good in the mirror when I left the house today. But once you turn on the camera and once you get into whatever lighting it is that you're going to be filming, it tells a different story. And I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed it immediately. The blend on this eye is different than the blend on this eye. This blend looks a little more, there's a little bit more contrast here on my accent shade on my eyeshadow versus this eye. Okay, so I want to blend this out. I want to balance this out. Okay, so I am going to take, I travel with just a little travel blendy brush, and I am going to just blend that up. Aha, so that it much better matches the other side. So we want to make sure that we have just hit all of these lines. Again, we're trying to create proportion. We're trying to create balance. We're trying to create symmetry, because that puts the mind of our viewers at ease. So I'm speaking from like psychologically, it puts the mind of our viewers at ease when they pull up our image and there's symmetry. It has nothing to do with sex appeal, nothing to do with, you know, winning a beauty contest. It has all to do with balance and symmetry. There's something subconscious that puts our viewers' minds at ease when they look at us and they see a symmetrical face. So anyway, A, your camera angle. B, your blend. C is your color contrast. Okay. The question I get asked most from clients is what colors look best on me. And because I specialize in camera, makeup for the camera, there are some general guiding rules for colors that look best on you based on your skin tone, based on your skin undertone, your hair color, your eye color, colors that are going to look fantastic on you that would not do a thing for me. But general rule of thumb, you want to work with, when it comes to the camera, you want to work with colors that are of a higher contrast against your skin, because that is what is going to make your features pop. And this is different for every person's skin, whether you have a fair ivory skin tone or deep bronze ebony skin tone. This issue of color contrast is going to be slightly different. And I have all kinds of tools and tricks that I could teach you to identify the colors that are best for you. But I have what I call my Go Live lipstick that I keep in my Camera Ready makeup capsule. Again, this is so small. People think, they're like, you're a makeup coach? You have such a small collection. Yes, less is more. So I have my Go Live lipsticks that typically I reserve for the camera, because otherwise they look a little bit too intense for, say, everyday. This is my everyday lip shade. And then a good rule of thumb is that everyday lip shade should be 1 to 2 shades deeper than your natural lip color. This is what's going to keep you from looking washed out. But when you're on camera, you want to kick that contrast up a notch for a few reasons. One, because camera tends to make us look more washed out than just what you see with the naked eye. But two, if you have a transformational message to bring to the world, we want the focus and the attention to be around this area of your face, okay? This does not have to be too terribly intense. In fact, I keep a little lip brush in my camera makeup capsule, and instead of applying the color with the applicator itself, because then it can go on a little bit thicker, a little bit more intense, I like to take the brush, and this is going to give me a more sheer application. Okay, now, like I said, and thank you for your comment on my everyday lip shade. I love this lip shade. I wear it every single day. But it just doesn't do much for me on camera like this one does. So I will keep this one on me when I know I'm going to go on camera. I have another one in here that's red. I don't wear red every day. I will, just by upping the contrast of my lip color, it brightens up the rest of my face, makes my eyes look bigger. Okay, so that's the C of the ABCs of your camera ready makeup cross check. Okay, you want to check your camera angle, you want to check the blend, because what looked great in the mirror does not necessarily translate when you're going on camera. You want to dial in the right color contrast for your skin tone. And finally, S, the ABCs, the S, okay? The S is your shine, and we all get it. Whether you have like oily skin or combination skin or whatever, the camera tends to pick up on these areas of shine, and it doesn't, again, in real life, face to face, it might translate as like, oh, she's dewy, she's glowy. On camera, it just looks like oil slick. Not flattering, not at all. So I travel with a translucent powder and an all over powder brush. And you ever like, watch like those shows where, the makeup artist is always coming on with the brush and powdering their nose, and this is why, because shine, any shine on your face is going to scatter the light, and it's distracting. And the whole purpose of doing your makeup strategically for the camera is to attract your audience to your message. Your makeup can either attract your audience to your message or distract your audience from your message. Too much, too little, certain, finishes like a shiny finish, it's distracting. So I will take a translucent powder, it has no pigment to it, and I will, just do a quick swipe just to kind of lick up any of that excess oil, and then I'm ready to go. And this does not take long. The only reason it's taking 10 minutes right now is because I am like blah blah here. So those are the ABCs of your camera ready makeup cross check. Okay, you want to check your camera angle because I want it to look like you and I are sitting across from one another at a coffee shop. You want to check your blend because you don't want to have, like this eye is more intense than this eye, or this side of my blush, I didn't blend that line very well. You want to check your blend because it may look different in the camera. C is your color contrast. When you turn that camera on, you want to have higher contrasting colors on your face. And S, your shine. And those are the ABCs of the camera ready makeup cross check. So as promised, I wanted to share that with you first, right out of the gate. I want to go a little bit deeper. I got an email this week from a woman who participated in the last 7-figure image challenge. If you did not make it into the last 7-figure image challenge, join the next 7-figure image challenge. If you want to quickly master your on-screen look so that you can just radiate with confidence and just magnetically attract your audience to your message across all your media platforms, you want to be in the 7-figure image challenge. It's a 3-day inbox challenge. I will be popping into your inbox and showing you how to quickly get your look on lock. And I had a participant in this, last time, the last round, and she sent me an email this week and she said that she had been avoiding or delaying finishing her digital course. I'm a course creator, and so I work with a lot of course creators who the piece that hangs them up, or where they get stuck, is this video piece. And she said, she came to my challenge and she said, now that I know how to do my makeup for the camera, I don't have any more excuses. And I just was like, whoa, that was holding her back. This was holding her back from getting her transformational message out into the world and impacting and influencing people's lives for the better. So I began to think about this, and I thought, okay, what are these roadblocks? So, what are some of these things that keep you from, they keep you stuck? And here's I think there's 3 things that I'm kind of circling around, and I'd love to hear from you. If this is you, if you feel like I'm avoiding and I'm delaying getting my message out into the world because I don't want it because of the camera. Can we just be honest? Let's just be honest here. Is this holding you back? And so I think that there are 3 things I can speak to. Again, my specialty is makeup. Okay. I can have mindset conversations. I can tell you where I've gone in my journey with fear and with insecurity, and I can share my experience with you. I know that there is a mindset piece to this that is huge. It's huge. However, there's also a painfully practical and systematic, actionable way to overcome this. That's what I major in every day. And so, okay, let's first talk about, I think the one of the roadblocks is this lack of expertise. I meet with a lot of talented professional women who are powerhouses in their field, who run circles around other people in business and marketing and in communication, but they feel clumsy when it comes to doing their own makeup. And they feel like, I'm not an artist. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I really doing? You do not have to be a makeup artist to know how to do your makeup for the camera and for it to look professional. Okay. I like to, when I teach, I like to teach it as sort of like this is like a paint by number experience. Have you ever done a paint by number? It's really hard to screw up. It's really hard to screw up a paint by number. And that's how I like to explain it. Your face is a map. You just have to learn how to read the map. Once you learn how to read the map, it's like, oh, okay. Your face and your natural color features, this is a map to your best look. And so once I show you, like, okay, put this color here and put this color here, it just begins to kind of take the whole fear of, I'm not creative, I'm not an artist. It takes it out of it. Okay. So this is a skill, one that I know that women in business who, again, run circles around others in business marketing, communication, massive influence potential, you can learn this. You can do this. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. All right. The second is, I'm calling it lack of resources, but it is not because there's not enough options of makeup, or there's not enough, colors, or that there's a scarcity. I mean, you walk into the Ulta and there's a wall of lipsticks. Like we're not lacking in lipsticks. What we are lacking, what happens is product overchoice, color overchoice. We end up shutting down, and we're just like, forget it. I'm not doing this. I've had people tell me, I've walked into Sephora and I didn't even know how to articulate what I needed to the sales girl. And I got so overwhelmed that I just turned around and left. Okay. Knowing what you need, why you need it, when you need it, and where to put it. Those are the resources that I'm talking about that you need to be able to have. And one of the cool things about this is that those things don't change. It's not like, oh, this color looked great on me, yesterday, but not so much tomorrow. It's like, once you get your look on lock, it's on lock. It's done. You just get to recreate it again and again and again. So, but I do think that you need a guide. I do. I think that you need to, in order to get your look on lock, in order to identify your best, to really bring your best self forward and to represent your brand and your business well, this is as important, if not more so, than your branding, your colors, your logos, your fonts, all of that. This is the marketing asset. This right here is the marketing asset that you're going to take with you to opportunities beyond where you are right now. But I think you need a guide. I needed a guide. Oh my gosh. If you don't know my story, I have shared this multiple times. I was a disaster, and I was on stage. I was a singer. I was on platforms with like thousands of eyeballs on me, and I either did not wear makeup or I did it was bad. I need to pull up old pictures because it was bad. Unless somebody taught me how to do this, I should not have known how to do it. And yes, it's an option to hire an artist. You can do that, but that's not always practical. I mean, I don't have an artist traveling with me today down to my daughter's film competition. It's me. This is all I got. But there's no reason why I can't dial in a professional look to turn on my camera and go, hey, I got a message for you today. And that's what I want for you. I was in a workshop yesterday with thousands of other course creators. Some of us had finished our course. Some of us were still in the process of finishing our courses. The leader asked, okay, what's holding you back? What is holding you back from completing your course? All of the answers started to flood the screen. And I mean, I couldn't read them fast enough. But what I did pick up was a lot of fear of being on camera. Fear of being seen on camera. That's not an irrational fear. It is not a natural thing for the human brain to be seeing yourself, look back at yourself and talking to yourself. This is a bit of a mind job for sure. But I started thinking about, wow, the fear of being seen, the fear of being visible is what's holding people back from bringing their message out into the world, when this is something that literally can be turned around in a matter of days, max 2 weeks. And that's only because you gotta sometimes allow 7 to 10 business days for shipping. One of the things I love about getting your makeup look on lock is you don't have to wait to lose the weight. You don't have to wait for the Invisalign to do its magic and straighten your teeth. You don't even have to necessarily wait the 7 to 10 days for business shipping. You got a corner drugstore? You get this on lock like in an afternoon. And that's one of the things I love about the advantage that we have once you learn how to create this look. You can pull over to a rest stop and turn on your camera and go, I have a word of encouragement for you today, without hesitation. And I want that for you. I do want that for you. So how do we get this? I believe that action breeds confidence. I would be doing you a disservice if I did not give you an opportunity to take action here. So 2 things. First thing, get into the 7-figure image challenge. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to choose your best colors for the camera. I'm going to teach you what are the resources that you need to have at your fingertips to pull off your best look for the camera specifically. And then I'm going to show you how to do it in under 15 minutes. Yeah. So that is my promise to you. So if you are just like, I know that this is holding me back. I know that I am afraid of being seen. I'm afraid of being on camera, and that it's becoming a thing. It's starting to, this is where I'm getting stuck. Sign up for the 7-figure image challenge and let's get you unstuck. Okay. So that's the first thing that you can do. Now, if you're like me, I can't believe I'm going to admit this, but when I was filming my course, and again, I'm teaching, my course is all about makeup for the camera. I had to look like, to help other people look professional on camera, I had to look professional on camera. So I'm going to admit this, okay? But from the neck up, I feel pretty good. Like, I feel like I feel good in the sense that I know what I'm doing, okay? The neck down, however, I was like, oh dear, I am not as confident about putting wardrobe together as I am about choosing and applying colors for makeup. So I knew that I needed a guide. I don't possess the skill of being able to, pull together different outfits and, create this, but it is just a skill. But I knew I needed a guide. So it was a few weeks before I said I was going to be filming my course. And I was like, if I get up there today and try to film my digital course, I'm going to wear the same ugly black tunic sweater that I wear every single day. This is going to serve no one. This is going to inspire no one. So I called a friend that is a designer, or not a designer. She's a stylist. And I was like, help me. Please help me. Just tell me what to do. Like, I know that because of what I do with makeup, I know that there are colors and cuts that look best on me for my body type and shape and proportion and all this and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know what that is. Help. I need a guide. And she said to me, well, you can take my course. And I was like, I don't have time for a course. I need it now. Like, I was leaving the following week or 2 weeks later to go and record my course modules. And I was like, I'm dead. This is emergency status. I have an emergency. And so she said, all right, we got it. I got you. So I scheduled a one-on-one consultation with her. And I just was like, you just need to make me look professional from the neck down. I got it from the neck up. I'm good from the neck up. Neck down, I really, really need the help and I need it fast. And she did a 90-minute intensive with me where she taught me how to shop for my shape and what was going and for my goals of being on camera. You know, it's just a different demand being on camera. And so she taught me how to shop. She sent me links. This will look good on you. This is not what's going to look good on you. And that's exactly what I needed. And then for the next 2 weeks, while I was shopping all these links and trying things on and going to stores and, you know, doing all this, I messaged her and sent her videos from more dressing rooms than I mean, it was like embarrassing. I'd take a picture of myself in the dressing room in the mirror and I'm like, does this look good? Because you need feedback. You need feedback when you're learning the skill. When you don't know what you don't know, you need somebody who knows to say, honestly, not your family, not your husband. Because if you say, does this make me look fat? He's going to say, no, that does not make you look fat. When you really need someone who it's their job to say, that is not your best look. No, take that off. That's not for you. It's not personal. It's not like, I'm going to cry because I look fat in these pants. It's the pants. It's not you. It's the pants. And I sent her more pictures from more dressing rooms and butt dialed her from more dressing rooms in those 2 weeks of trying to put together my camera wardrobe. Then it bonded us. We bonded on another level. I'll be honest. But it got me thinking about how what she did for me. By the time I filmed my course modules, I felt like $1,000,000. And I just felt like because I didn't have to wonder when the camera turned on, like, do I look okay? Is this okay? Is it? No, I knew because I had gotten an expert's opinion. She said, that looks good. Buy it. Just buy 3 of them. That looks amazing. And I needed that. I needed that sort of feedback and reassurance that yes, this works. This is working for me. So by the time that camera rolled, I felt great. And okay, fine, great. You look and feel like $1,000,000, but I wasn't thinking about myself. I was thinking about the person on the other side of the lens. I was thinking about you. Not thinking about myself anymore. I did all that work. I did all that preparation. I did all that, oh, is this, I don't know. No, now it's you time. Now it's about how can I reach through this barrier that is the camera, that is the lens, reach through that and reach into your world and go, hey, let's get into your story and let's figure out how to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Okay? Doesn't have to do with me anymore. I stopped. You start. And that's what I want for you. So action breeds confidence. Take action and get into the 7-figure image challenge. Let's get your look on lock so that you can turn on your camera anytime, anywhere, and be thinking about the other person on the other side of the lens, not yourself. But if you're like me and you're like, it's gotta be on that. Like, I don't have time to wait until mid-April. I need now. Like, I have to film this thing now. I have to turn on my camera like yesterday and get this message out into the world. Then I need you need to contact me, and we need to get you one-on-one support where I can walk you through. Not only can I walk you through what colors look best on you and how to apply them, and I can tell you how to, how to find what you need. But if you're like, I need you to take it up a notch, I need this done. I do offer, on a limited basis, I offer a color concierge service where I will actually do all of the curating for you and send it to you and then show you how to put it on. That way you're not going, do I need to shop? If you hate shopping, Color Concierge service is for you. So that is something that I offer, but at the very, very least, please do not let an underwhelming camera reflection, when you turn on the camera and you're underwhelmed by what you see, do not let that cause delay or cause you to avoid producing the thing that you know is going to change and impact lives. Please, I'm just like, in all sincerity, I'm begging you here. This is a skill that can be mastered. This is all you need is a guide, and then it's done. Let's get this thing unlocked. You never have to build it from scratch again. Let that encourage you. Join the 7-Figure Image Challenge, where I'm going to send you makeup tutorials on how to pull off your best look for the camera. And if you need more support, let's figure out what you need and let's get it to you. Let's get that look on lock in under 10 days. What do you say?